Time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. Heavy snow is expected to impact portions of southern Colorado and New Mexico, with heavy rain, severe weather, and windy conditions sweeping across the plains. Heavy rain threats over the southeast is expected to gradually diminish. Heavy rain over the southeast is expected to gradually diminish by this evening. Hurricane Rafael is forecast to track more westward away from the Florida Keys into the Gulf of Mexico through the next few days. Record warmth continues from the mid-Atlantic down to the southeast along the coast. Close at home, an upper-level storm system brings lowland rain and mountain snow showers as it moves out today, leaving quiet conditions heading into the weekend. Gradual warming of temperatures and dry conditions head into the middle of the work week. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. The Village of Tularosa's special meeting scheduled for last night was canceled due to unforeseen circumstances. A special meeting was called by the Board of County Commissioners last night.
Discuss and consider the nomination of an appointee to the governor for the vacancy of state senator in District 34.
County Commissioner Amy Barella had this to say.
I'll make a motion to appoint to the governor Senator-elect Jim Townsend.
And it went through unanimously. Number 2.
Discuss and hear public comment and consider approval of ordinance number 24-02, animal control.
Amy Barella added.
I hope this is the final of the final of the final version of this. I've gone through it and I looked through all of my 10,000 pages of notes, and I think we have it.
Friend of the station, Kathy Denton, said,
and I just want to say this is definitely a step in the right direction. It has all the components that we need for defining community cats, where they belong in the community, how we're going to address them, and I'm offering my services, and Amy knows this, and so does Loretta, that I'll be willing and able to help in any part of this once it gets rolling to kind of avoid some of the pitfalls that I learned when we started the program with the city.
Denton added that the city has not put a cat down for space in over 5 years due to a program like the one the county is proposing. But Sheriff David Black had a few concerns, which caused the item to go to a no vote until the next commission meeting to allow time for a few legal issues to be resolved. Thanks a lot, Debbie Downer. No. He was correct with his concerns, and I'm sure they're going to be addressed and corrected. The Blue Front fire burning near Ruidoso has not grown for 6 straight days in a row and is now 90% contained. The Forest Service says the fire, which is burning 9 miles northwest of Ruidoso in the Blue 2 footprint from last summer, remains at 323 acres. The Forest Service said weather forecast calls for colder temperatures accompanied by rain and snow throughout the day. Please be advised that a waterline replacement and road repaving is scheduled to begin on next Monday, November 18th, on Oregon between Indian Wells and East 10th. If you're an Alamogordo student in need of warm clothing, the Hope and Tiger Care Center has some winter clothes for you. Call 575-430-0191 or email hope@alamogordoschools.org. A free legal fair is coming to Alamogordo this Saturday. Free in-person consultants with an attorney from 10 until 2, first come, first served. This is perfect for those looking for help in divorce, custody, visitation, child support, spousal support, paternity, kinship, landlord-tenant, unemployment, contract, unemployment, and more. It's going to be at the Otero County Courthouse, 1000 New York. If you have any questions, 877-266-9861. The Veterans Parade is taking place Saturday at 10 a.m., starts at 10th and Oregon, follows the normal path. The Sounds of Freedom is also Saturday from 3 until 10 at Alameda Park. The event is free, Hear No Evil, and the I-10 Rock Band will be there. There's also a car show, kids activities, climbing wall, plus food and craft vendors, and a drone show. The Thanksgiving Lunch with Your Student at Alamogordo is taking place on Wednesday, November 20th for high school, 21st for middle schools, 22nd for elementary, $7 a meal, turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, cranberry sauce, green beans, and apple crisp. Tickets must be purchased online no later than November 15th. Details are on the Alamogordo Public Schools Facebook page. I hear what you're saying. Your kid goes to Tularosa. Well, they're doing it too. A feast of gratitude and togetherness. Have lunch with your student. Tularosa's having their meal on November 21st. Grade level times will be announced a little closer to the day. Price is $5 per adult, and tickets are limited to 2 tickets per child. And those tickets are on sale now, but today is the last day. A fiesta of lights is taking place at Washington Park Friday, December 6th. Snow slides, skating rinks, cookies and hot cocoa, s'mores and kid crafts, food trucks, and of course the Christmas tree lighting takes place at 6:30. The event is 5 to 9. A composting event is taking place, and With Many Hands Alamogordo wants you to attend. We heard from Greg Gutierrez.
Have you ever wanted to learn composting basics? You want to know what it takes to build a compost pile in your garden? What all can go in your compost pile? How about you want to get involved in food waste mitigation? Are you curious about the effort that it takes to create a compost in less than a year? Well, come on down and attend the With Many Hands Community Compost Turn November 9th. That's this coming Saturday. And we will be there at the garden on Puerto Rico Avenue. It's right behind Grace Methodist Church in Alamogordo. We'll be there at 3:30 p.m.
For more information, check out With Many Hands Alamogordo or With Many Hands Tularosa on Facebook. Animal Village NM continues to provide dog and cat food for families in need.
Thanks to our donors, we were able to provide more than 700 pounds of cat and dog food to these food banks.
Sonny Eris speaking with Crazy Radio.
In Alamogordo, contact Love Inc., 1106 Ohio Street, next to Lowe's Market. In Ruidoso, contact Lincoln County Food Bank, 138 Service Road, for times and days of operation.
More information is available by visiting animalvillagenm.org. Well, today is Friday. It's time for a cat chat from Kitty City.
Hi, this is Kathy Denton with Kitty City, and welcome to this week's edition of Cat Chat. The past week at Kitty City has been incredibly unusual, with the arrival of several mamas with their babies and even a litter of kittens without a mom. I say unusual because it is very late in the season to be seeing so many new little ones. They are all safe and sound and are now spending some time in foster homes until they are ready for adoption later in November and December. This week, I simply must introduce you to Oliver Twist and Taryn. These are two of the absolutely cutest, fluffiest tabby boys you will ever see, and they have personalities to match. To look at them together side by side, you would swear they are brothers because they are so identical looking. But Oliver is 10 weeks old and Taryn is 8 weeks. Although Taryn is slightly smaller, he sure is catching up fast to his foster brother. Oliver had already made himself comfortable in his foster home when Taryn arrived to join him. The boys hit it off instantly and are wonderful playmates for each other. They are well adjusted and very much at ease with their foster's other cats and dogs. And of course, they love humans of all ages. Both Oliver and Taryn are domestic long-haired gray tabbies, and they have the longest ear hair, which means they possibly have some Maine Coon mixed in with their tabby breed. Both boys have large, gorgeous brown eyes that are outlined with white, and they have the classic tabby striping. I can't do their beauty justice with just words, so I suggest you check out their photos and all the sweet cats and kittens on Kitty City's website at www.kittycitynm.com. Or come visit all the cats at Kitty City on 56 Stanley Ranch Road and find your forever friend. Tomorrow, Saturday, November 9, Kitty City and Alamogordo Animal Control will not have an adoption event at the White Sands Mall. Please come see us next Saturday, September 16th and September 23 at the White Sands Mall. Or visit Kitty City, 8:30 a.m. to 12 noon Monday through Saturday, and find your forever friend. Or check out Alamogordo Animal Control, 12 noon to 5 p.m. Monday through Saturday. There is a dog or puppy, cat or kitten waiting for you to be their forever family. This has been this week's edition of Cat Chat. I'm Kathy Denton, and I'll be talking with you next week from Kitty City. Kitty City and you. No one loves them better.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Local news from local perspectives, from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Local sports, local events, and local happenings and more. Nonprofit owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus. I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
Sometimes as dads, I think we're too hard on ourselves. We get down on ourselves on not being able to, we're the providers, but we also have to learn to take care of ourselves. Arapaho way, you gotta pray for yourself as well as for everybody else, but never forget yourself. Self-love made me a better dad because I realized my worth.
Never stop being a dad. That's dedication. Find out more at fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Rio Rancho police released new details about the October 30th shooting death of 15-year-old Adrian Maestas. A group of individuals met to resolve an ongoing dispute. The interaction led to an exchange of gunfire where Maestas was struck. He was taken to an area hospital, but later succumbed to his injuries. All individuals and vehicles associated with the incident have been identified and are currently under investigation by the Criminal Investigations Division. Officials also said all evidence is being processed in order to criminally charge those responsible for this death. U.S. Customs and Border Protection found 11,000 rounds of ammo in the quarter panels of a vehicle on Tuesday. The driver, an unnamed 32-year-old Mexican national, arrived from Juarez at the Bridge of the Americas, where a low-energy portal scan revealed anomalies. Border Patrol canines, trained to sniff out cash and weapons, alerted the officers, prompting a secondary scan, and that led to finding several plastic bags full of bullets. The driver was arrested and faces federal charges of smuggling goods into the U.S. He was turned over to Homeland Security investigations. Border Patrol says it's the largest ammo seizure at the Bridge of the Americas since officers found 93,000 rounds of ammunition heading into Mexico in August. Officials with the Drug Enforcement Administration and Homeland Security investigations, as well as the U.S. Marshal Service, the Las Cruces Police Department, and the Donna Ana County Sheriff's Office gathered yesterday afternoon to announce the dismantling of a drug trafficking network that had been operating in Las Cruces.
During this week's operations, we seized the following: 842 grams of fentanyl, 1,118 grams of methamphetamine, 285 grams of cocaine, 36 grams of psilocybin mushrooms, 400 grams of marijuana, 96 grams of hydrocodone, 13 firearms, and $2,200 in United States currency. During the investigative phase of the case, agents also seized significant additional amounts of fentanyl and methamphetamine, along with multiple firearms.
The agencies worked together to execute search warrants where officials say drug trafficking conspiracies did take place. Heavy snow made its way into New Mexico on Wednesday and continued to come down yesterday. It's expected to stick around somewhat today. Yesterday, blizzard warnings were issued for parts of the state, and some of the snow accumulations are just unbelievable. One unofficial report from Albuquerque reports as much as 24 inches. Santa Fe reports 10. Las Vegas reports 24. In central New Mexico, the winter storm knocked out power for thousands of people. Due to those power outages, warming shelters were opened to help those that were impacted. Sports and weather are coming up next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this: without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
There are 11 matches for New Mexico volleyball today, including Alamo Navajo at Hondo, as well as Cloudcroft at Mesilla Valley Christian. Only 10 games for New Mexico football today: Chaparral at Portales, Pewaukee Valley at Hatch, and tomorrow we're going to see Ruidoso at West Las Vegas. Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for mostly sunny skies, mostly clear tonight, sunny and warmer tomorrow. Your high today in the basin, 51, low tonight of 30, high tomorrow, 61 degrees. In Cloudcroft, mostly sunny skies today with a 20% chance of snow. Accumulation is expected to be less than half an inch. Mostly clear skies tonight, sunny tomorrow. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 34. Wind chill's going to make it feel like it's 8. Low tonight of 19. Wind chill's going to make it feel like it's 9. High tomorrow, 45. Wind chill's going to make it feel like it's 15 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. Well, that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.